So I moved into this 300-year-old house here in rural France with my 8 cats. There's one now. Come on. Yeah, it's older than the US, so there's quite a bit of outdated stuff, starting with the wallpaper. All this has gotta go. It's not good. I've already done the downstairs, basically, besides like one room. And the whole upstairs still has to get de-wallpapered, so I'm gonna show you guys what that's about. But first, here's the rest of my cats. They seem to know exactly when I'm gonna go record something, so they all like to get right in front of my face, especially Killua. He's always in my face though. Going back to wallpaper though, here's the living room. The moisture damage from the water being stuck behind the wallpaper is very apparent. Here's the hallway. All the drywall stuff just came right off, exposing the brick because of all the trapped moisture. And up here, upstairs, is the room I'm going to be working on for this video. There's Killua. I may or may not have put him in there before starting recording. Here's the room. It's got styrofoam ceilings, this weird rainbow wallpaper, very lovely wooden floors. But yeah, all this wallpaper is like yellow now. Doesn't look that great. It's soaking up all the moisture in the air, damaging the walls. The ceilings though in my house are very tall. It's like 8 feet or something. So I gotta get a ladder up there. Luckily I found this one in the garage. The cats like to climb it. Problem is I gotta get it upstairs and the stairs are not very wide. So it's quite a squeeze. Luckily I made it though, through great effort, as I'm sure you've heard. They're already climbing it. I just put it in here. I got these rooms closed off most of the time, so Killua here is very excited. He also loves to go outside, so I guess I'll give him a couple minutes out there before I get started. There you go, quick montage of him. Hello, this is Austin, coming to you live from the world's echoiest room. Uncle Ira. One of the first things we noticed when we first bought the house last year was, this. We started peeling back the wallpaper, and we saw a little secret back here. Oh my goodness. Some kind of hieroglyphics. Who knows what it means? So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and start there. See what's up with that. I'm guessing this was some kind of music room or something back in the day. Who knows? And so begins the great process. The great long process of removing all this wallpaper. It took me days for each like wall downstairs, especially the one that I showed you, the one behind the big hutch. Because man, that wallpaper in particular for some reason had styrofoam behind it, and it was just terrible. I'm slowly unveiling new stuff. What is that? What is that? What? Who knows what that says? We'll figure it out later. We got a visitor enjoying all the chaos. But as I was saying, the wallpaper there had styrofoam behind it, and for some unknown, terrible reason, the people who put up the wallpaper decided to layer it on top of other wallpaper. So the usual route of spraying it down like I'm doing here in the clip barely worked because there was so many layers of wallpaper, and it was just terrible. There's the adhesive layer, wallpaper, adhesive layer, wallpaper is what I had to deal with. And the second adhesive layer just wouldn't let water through. So I had to like take off twice, 3 times the amount of work to get the wallpaper off because of just the water being blocked and not soaking through. It was truly terrible. I'm not using just water, by the way. I'm using like a quarter vinegar and the rest of it's water. I did see people online that recommended like shampoo conditioner, something like laundry conditioner or fabric softener. That's what it was. But I don't have any of that on hand, and I had vinegar, and I'd rather use vinegar, and it works fine. I think the most important part is just getting the adhesive layer soaked. That way it goos up, and you can scrape it off. And in this room too, it looks like, or at least the corner I'm doing now, there's 2 layers of wallpaper there as well. So I'm just being completely harassed from whoever put this up back in the past. They have no consideration for me here in the future. I was hoping once I got to the living room or to the upstairs that the moisture would already have like affected the upstairs and made it like easier to by this point, handling all the wallpaper, I was getting a little tuckered out. So I went ahead and decided to play a little bit of soccer with my cats, or just Uncle Iro, I guess. They love this ball, especially her. She goes crazy for it. And then when I got back to the room, Coco decided to climb my ladder. I told you they like this ladder. I'm trying to get stuff done here, and he's out here climbing my ladder, looking at all the cars. I got this footage sped up by 2000%. What's that, like 20 times faster? And it's still just super slow going. I think I said it took me days to do the downstairs, the living room. It took me weeks. Like, it was just constant, just every day from sunrise to sunset. Actually, not sunrise. I wake up at like 3 p.m. because my lady's still back in the U.S. So I'm always on FaceTime with her until like 6 in the morning. So I uncovered most of it, I think. This is obviously the, the acapella vocal warm-up chord thingy. Do, re, mi, fa, la, si, do, re, ba, 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 ba. And I don't know what these are. Or this. What is this? Viva la class 62. We live in the class of the 62. Yeah, I don't know what this stuff means. I thought it was a email address for a minute, but that doesn't make sense. 64? I'm guessing this has something to do with some kind of school, the class of 1962 and 64. Intelligence? They're very smart back in the 64 era. Salmonella. Yeah, I don't know French at all. What is this? La Peanuts Special. Yeah, I'm gonna have to hire some kind of a cryptozoologist, a cryptolinguist, whatever they're called, to come and decipher this. There's more over here. There's that and that. T-by. Oh, I just realized this is even out of order. So it's actually some kind of song. La fo fa do mi dol re so. I got some weird stuff going on in France, I tell you. But yeah, my wife's been in the U.S. It's just been me here in France with my 8 cats. Our 8 cats. You know what? At this point, they're mine. I'm declaring war against her. She's just been dealing with our house in the U.S., getting it ready for renters and whatnot. And I've just been here making cat videos in France. It's actually kind of a lot like how we first met. We met on a video game called Destiny, if anyone knows that. And she just invited me one day while we were playing a mission, like we randomly queued up, and I joined her, and then we hung out ever since. And with that, I'm officially halfway done with one wall. I guess a little more than halfway. Still, there's this wall. I guess I can just, this is just on here with a tack, I think. Excellent. I wonder if that's a window. That'd be kind of cool if it was a window. It might be a window. Oh my god, it's a window. Who puts wallpaper on a window? These darn French people. Is this also a window? Oh my god. Who is putting wallpaper on all the windows? This is ridiculous. Whose idea was this? They put wallpaper on every window except for the bathroom window. That one's kind of scary. Can you imagine like you're using the bathroom at like, I don't know, 2 in the morning? And then you just see someone like peer over and like just staring at you. Or like my cats. I'm surprised my cats haven't tried that. They'd find a way to do it. All right, back to the wall. I wonder if this will just come off. Is that mold? Probably. Oh yeah, look at that. I love mold. And that's why all the wallpaper's gotta come off. It's just attracting moisture and keeping the moisture and just, it's moldy. Ugh. Where was I? Yeah, video game, me and her. Yeah, so eventually we started FaceTiming, hanging out online like that. It was a good time. The heck is that? There's so much weird stuff on this wall. Who lived in here? It looks like what's his face from Mob Psycho. And now that's what we're doing again, playing video games online. FaceTiming. Alright, enough of that. We're here to talk about wallpaper and wallpaper only. This is a wallpaper only YouTube channel. I do nothing else on this channel, only wallpaper from now on. Yeah, I got my scraper here. I'm just trying to get rid of all the under adhesive layer. This other half of the wall is way easier to deal with. That first half had that, for some reason it was just that half that had the other layer of wallpaper behind it. This side, I'm just peeling it off, you can see. It's so fun. It's so satisfying, like doing it in real life when you grab the bottom of a wallpaper piece and you just pull it up and the whole thing comes off. It is the greatest feeling. There's nothing more euphoric than efficiently getting rid of this wallpaper. Especially because once it's off, I don't gotta deal with it anymore. We still gotta paint the wall and do whatever else we're gonna do to it. But just knowing it's all off, it's great. I like it. And it looks like I'm finishing up with this corner now. Heck yeah. I still gotta get the top up there. But down here, there's some kind of metal pipe in the wall? Metal something in the wall. I'm gonna not touch that. I don't know what it is. I don't want it like blowing up on me. Alright, it's getting dark. I'll have to resume this and finish that room tomorrow. Go on. Alright, it's day 2. I had really wanted to finish yesterday because, it just eats up a lot of time dealing with the wallpaper. And once it got dark, I just dropped everything. Just left it all there. That's future Austin's problem to handle. I did manage to finish half of it though, which is nice and symmetrical, I guess. One day, one half. I just tried cleaning off the wallpaper residue off of the window. Yeah, that wasn't working. It was like super stuck. And obviously I don't want to put a lot of force into that. I don't want to break the window. There's even more hieroglyphics that I didn't see yesterday. Look, it's big. I didn't get the big picture. Viva la class 62. Kind of reminds me of an SCP I read once. That's not good. If you don't know what SCP is and you really like horror-ish stories to read online, there you go. Look that up. Anyway, this wall here is going light years quicker than the other wall. I'm just ripping off entire panels. There's still a adhesive layer residue left over, but the top like physical part that you see, like that came right off. I didn't have anything like that happen in the living room. It was all just fighting uphill both ways to get that stuff off. I didn't have the scraper either. I just had a screwdriver, a flathead screwdriver. So I was just like, I had it sideways as I could, trying to get as much off as I can without damaging the wall. But now I got my scraper. I think it was like €6 or something from the Brico Marché. It was awesome. Now I can make such massive progress. I did the whole dining room like that. Dining room, I was just screwdriver, and for one wall of the living room, it was screwdriver, and then finally I got sick of it, and I got the scraper. It is kind of dull now, but it still works good enough for wallpaper purposes, I think. And I'm making great time today. Yesterday, I started doing this at around 4 p.m., I think, and it gets dark at around like 7:30, 8:30-ish. And yeah, it looks like the sun's still quite high. I'd say it's like, what, 5 o'clock when I recorded this video? I'm glad it's also not hot. There was a couple weeks in France the other month that where it got up to like 90 degrees, 99 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't really know Celsius that much yet. What's the conversion like? Minus 32 divide by 2 minus 10% or something like that. I've uncovered some more cryptic writing. I don't know what it means. I feel like it says L'Acquire de The Hogwarts broccoli. If I had to guess. Yeah, I'm still not too versed in the European ways of the metric system and French. Even the metric system makes way more sense than the US customary system, so I'll get used to it one day. French, that's a whole other monster. I'm trying to record here, and this guy takes my ladder away from me. What are you doing? So far, I've just been using my phone. Just pull out Google Translate or Apple Translate, whatever, and typing stuff out before I go into like anywhere. Like I had to deposit a check the other week from my what is it, the realtor office. They sent it to me. We overpaid for the house or something. So they sent a check, and I had to go back to the notaire realtor and ask them to deposit it in the bank account because we didn't have it at the time. And so I had to type out a whole big message before I even walked into the place. I typed it all out. They read it. They understood it perfectly because I crafted my message so meticulously. And I got the money. I got that bread, as the kids say. All right, looks like here I'm about done with the wall. Actually, I think I am done. I'm doing one final cleanup, getting all this wallpaper out of here. Folding it up real nice and good. Nice and compact. I think I don't think I folded it, or I couldn't fold it in the living room because it was all just like in little pieces. Because none of it came out in big pieces like how this room did. So I'm hoping the rest of the upstairs is just as easy-ish as this room. The room looks way bigger now that the wallpaper's off. Like I noticed it last night. I'm recording this a few days after the fact, after I recorded the other video. But yeah, the room looks way bigger. Well, the room certainly looks worse, but that's good because now there's not going to be any moisture getting trapped, which is great. Look at this place. Looks like garbage. It's covered in adhesive residue. There's graffiti everywhere. Ridiculous. Ridiculous, whatever that means. I'm certainly still in the demolition stage of remodeling. If you think I made a lot of progress today, I've barely even scratched a dent in what I have to do. There's this room, this other room across the hall. All this has got to go. Then through this conveniently placed door that someone put there. All this has got to go. I've already kind of started here. I do like this wallpaper though. It's Tom and Jerry. My lady, she wants to keep all this Tom and Jerry wallpaper as much as I can salvage. Sure, why not? Then there's this room. Massive room. It's like 2-3 times the size as the other room. Kilowatt? All this here in the hallway. My cats have already kind of started helping me get all this off. I appreciate that, guys. Very good. We got wallpaper in the water closet here. All this has got to go. This should just come right off, I think. It's all wet in here from showers. And in the other end of the hallway, there's another huge room full of wallpaper. It's got to go. Kilowatt. And in here in my room, on my tent bed thing, more wallpaper. My lady actually likes this wallpaper. She wants to keep it up. But it's getting kind of moldy over there, so, you know, that's got to go. All right, that's it for me. If you liked the video, do that. Like the video. Subscribe, comment, share, blog about it. I don't know. Bye-bye.